Balls of Mars. Fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful. Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This key will surely grant me access to the basement. It's locked. These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood. It's locked, all right. Skulls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting. The flower's dying. It needs water.
Здрасте. Здрасте. Короче, Shadow, я теперь могу играть в Майнкрафт. Моя жизнь. Майнкрафт. Наконец-то. Во что играть будем? Алло. Боже, тебе слышно, как из канавы какой-то? Все равно, блядь, из канавы какой-то слышно, понимаешь? Хер, ты как будто из канавы, блядь. Подожди. Алло. О, теперь нормально. Нет. Так, а вы что играть будем? Гений. Ой, так, вампуры на стримах проходят. Вот это шизоид у нас. Шизоиды. Вот это шизоиды поехали. Вампуров каких-то проходят. Так, а я, значит, тогда имею право поиграть в Майнкрафт в моя жизнь. Рейв в сети есть? Надо пригласить. Если он, конечно, как не как Бебра играет с другими, то, в принципе... Ну, ай, блядь, он опять с своими друзьями играет, да заебал. Так ты будешь вампуром на стриме проходить, да? Будет все с тобой ясно, вампур. Это псих. Надо громче.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Do you need my assistance?
Not at all. I'm sure that you are used to gaining people's trust with your impressive skills. Well, it will not be the case with me.
Схадов, а ты ведешь стрим сейчас на Ютубе? Ну, это понятно, ты же не... Там же нельзя ничего сказать, там можно только молчать. Почему нельзя говорить петух? Что вам петухи сделали? На твоем стриме сидит один человек, и это я. Ну, теперь 0 сидит.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
А ты пробовал снимать не стримы, а именно видео? Нет. Потому что я понимаю, что вы с Марком два ютубера, но... Дико извините, но видео, конечно, офигенные, но можно чуть-чуть покачественнее микрофон и говорить активнее. Нормально? Пожалуйста. Жалко, что мы сейчас не на Твиче все-таки сидим. Сейчас бы тебя уже тут закрыть. Ну твою налево, ну почему? Да я сажусь сюда. Алло. В чем смысл игры, хотя бы скажи? А теперь я доктор Вампюр. Да, только ты всех кусаешь, чтобы... Не по лицу, а по хлебу. Так, ну что, погнали. Майнкрафт, моя жизнь. Мне вот интересно стало, сколько процентов... Хера. А что ты понимал? В Майнкрафта платина, как у Титанфола, То есть крайне редкий, а как же, так же, как у Титанфова задание этого учителя обошел, или как он там. Короче, ты понял. Но ну такое же, то есть получить платину в Майнкрафте это то же самое, что и пройти, это то же самое, что и пройти то испытание типа за 33 секунды. Испеките торт из пшеницы, сделайте более совершенственную кирку, вкусная рыба, поймайте и приготовьте рыбу, так мы же это с Марком делали. Собирайтесь на вагонетке до точки удаленно. Бля, все, идите нахуй, не будет страшно. Shadow, давай я шарпе включу, поиграем в Майнкрафт лучше. Намного. А чё, игра самая крутая? Тебе что, не нравится? Нравится. Звучат такие, чего, кого, что? В Google заходи. В Google зайди, посмотри. Ждем, пока Рэй зайдет в тусовку. О! Здравствуйте. Я все-таки нашел маленько, ну не нашел, я съездил к одному человеку именем Марк, которого дома уже нету 4 месяца. Сколько там? Война с февраля? Нет, не виделся я с ним, блядь. Он в Швеции, говнюк. Ну вообще во Франции, ну вообще говнюк. Уехать хуй пойми куда. Так, новое обновление нацелено на решение ряда проблем. Уже есть проблема. Я, кстати, хочу на жабок посмотреть. Жалко, что... Помнишь ты самый прикол? Помнишь ты самый... Лягушка. Карта с губкой Бобы вышла. Ну, сколько? Подожди. Мне уже интересно. Так, карта с губкой Бобы стоит... Пошли нахуй. 300 гривен? Пошли нахуй. Майнкрафт. Это плюс у меня двойная конвертация, это... Так, а теперь у меня такие... Давай в обычную. Выживание. Так, у меня к тебе один вопрос. 1 или 2? Ну, выбери 1 или 2. Нет, ну не можешь сказать просто. 1 или 2? Скажи мне, 1 или 2? Рэй, ты меня скоро так доведешь. Ну, пожалуйста, скажи мне.
Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague.
Короче, просто 2. Все, я понял. Я одел самый кибер.
I used to be Dr. Rakesh Jadana. Now I'm just Mr. Jadana.
Я уже одел киберспортивный скин для Майнкрафта.
What do you mean? You used to be a doctor. Was your license
Как
revoked?
пригласить?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise.
Войдите,
I
чтобы
run a
начать...
little pawn shop while
вот
taking care
друзья.
of the dead.
Рэй.
But I used to be a
Учение
real
к игре
doctor.
посетить. О, имба.
Do you need medical attention?
I'm feeling all
Поиск
right.
сервера, нифига себе.
But perhaps it is because I, too, am used to the smell of the dead.
Ты меня
Please
увидел?
show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really.
Сейчас, дай поедиться
sure they
нормально.
can be
Ой,
useful.
да. Так, подожди, где? Так, я забыл, как в Майнкрафт играть. Ой, блядь, лагает. Ничего. Ладно. Первым делом мы добыл... Так, я... Нет, не надо. Я тебя прошу. Я в Майнкрафте умею только строить красивые дома. Все, что я умею в Майнкрафте. Не, честно, я вот сейчас без шуток. Я могу построить что-то красиво, только принеси мне что-то из ада еще, ну может быть.
I cannot enter.
О боже, у меня джойстик, короче, у меня какая-то проблема с джойстиком, уже год целый. У меня джойстик моего персонажа ведет вперед. То есть я сейчас добываю дерево. Так, сколько у тебя дерева? На тебе 11. О, тут можно приседать.
Good evening, sir.
Сделай
I'm
по
Dr.
каменной
Jonathan
кирке,
Reed.
верстак, потом палки. Ну, короче, тебя не зачем учить, если
the
я в
ambulance
Майнкрафт
driver
каждый
for
не
this
играю.
shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton.
Ну,
I like
я,
to speak
короче,
my mind,
пошел
Dr. Reed.
шахтерить.
Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand
Так,
what you're talking about.
я забыл, как
Well,
играть
I'm
в
no
этот
doctor,
ёбаный
but I'm
Майнкрафт.
pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye.
А как мне поменять,
I
короче,
learned to
ну,
shoot
чтобы
during
я
the war,
переключился
and
с
have carried
гибкой?
one ever since. Old habits die hard.
А
No
у меня
need to
отец
explain,
говорил,
Dr.
а как
Reed.
мне
And
поменять...
if you ever need a better gun,
эмоции?
remember, I may have
А
something
как
for you.
мне... Как,
Do you need any medical help,
ну,
Milton?
I'm
типа,
fine,
чтобы я
Doc.
переключился... Вот,
Physically, at
переключился,
least.
нашел.
But I would give
Я
everything to
пошел,
be in
я
a better
шахтер.
place right
До
now.
свидания. Самая крутая тактика в Майнкрафте это...
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is
Чего
what
лагает у меня
everybody
так
needs
Майнкрафт?
these days.
О, я нашел железо, я нашел... Блять, мне шли... Оставь. Ну, это, конечно... Ну, давай, выключай только. Давай. Просто бывает такое, что иногда можно кого-то ударить, и мне это не очень нравится. Так, потом... Так, блядь. А мне проблема. Ты можешь мне, пожалуйста, сейчас скинуть... Накопать какие-то камень и скинуть мне каменную кирку? Я просто железку нашу. В канаве. В принципе. Ты, кстати, все время со своими друзьями играешь или кто это вообще? Какую-то игру. Скидывай. Чё, дай мне каменную кирку. Я уже привык, что в играх можно карабкаться, сука. О, ба. На, делай мне кирку.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
О, кура. Священное животное. Кура.
I have to go now, sir.
Кура.
But don't hesitate to contact
Не надо
me
куру
if you need any
бить!
help.
Нет, я бы тебя ударил, но не могу. Ой, боже, меня зовут Джайв, я так понимаю.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient will
Я
need
сейчас
immediate
пойду,
treatment.
ты там пока что
Duty
накопай там, не
calls.
знаю, чего-то.
When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to make the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
With you at our side, Dr. Reed, I know that Pembroke will prevail and
So many deaths.
there again.
A lot of my own life.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Do you need something, Jonathan?
We'll see each other again soon, Edgar.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a the lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
So it seems our Dr. Swansea does indeed have a fascination for creatures of our constitution.
Dr. Swansea is a remarkable man. Dedicated, one might say, obstinate? He spent years compiling our bestiary.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but I explained. My
ты железо добыл и ушел,
if you
типа?
prefer, has been compromised.
А ты сохранение инвентаря оставил? Да, бонусный сундук ты тоже не. Не, ну там, конечно, для старта игры есть полезные вещи.
Insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but
Ну оно чуть-чуть очевидно, чуть-чуть нет. У тебя было такое, что ты... А, плохо мне надо было. А, маленький! Не-не-не! Я сейчас как Дрим буду. Отойди от меня.
at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates.
Так, Shadow. Ой, Shadow, господи.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
With no respect. What? What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Cadigan fellow.
Too much energy for such.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. Good evening, Nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance. Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed. Still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed will help straighten things out in Pembroke, remember?
Please, sir. I need help bad.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton Blight. I've lost my mate. Can't find him anywhere.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. Please, calm down and give me more details.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir. We were en route for the hospital, but... well, we had a disagreement. And Oswald ran off towards the canal.
How long have you been searching for him?
I can't go there. Too many rats by the water. Bucking rats. Can't stand them since the war, sir. Can't stand them at all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survive the trenches suffer from musophobia. I'll see what I can do for your friend. I have all the information I need for now. If I find anything out about your friend, I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Watch yourselves! There's one of them! Owen is here. Relax. Don't worry. We're safe. See them fancy clothes? This one's a top! Christ! He's dead!
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
А, вот сундук, можно сюда же все спаковать. Убираем. Теперь надо убежать. Текаем. Текаем с города Ярок. Ай! Меня еще скелет в полете снайпнул. Я побегу в другую сторону. Мне вообще... Не, ну круто, мы, конечно, с тобой разбились. Вернее, никак. Так, он далеко от нас. Нужно было бы как-то... А я пошел с этим. Да. Может, поспим? Может, ты...
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Уйди от монстров и спать.
I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
Mr. Thatcher, your friend Newton sent me to help you. Do you remember him?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. Are you sure you're all right, sir?
Yes, I'll be... as soon as I can see the sky again.
Рэй, пожалуйста.
What sort of creature is this?
sort of creature is this? What sort of creature is this?
в доме добываю... Мне почему-то показывает, ну, она это... Сейчас меня лава выйдет. А, золото, ну... Треугольник. Короче, ложись спать, надо сейчас будет, сейчас поспать, короче, и замочить голема. Надо голема. О, кузнец.
What sort of creature is this?
Here's what's left of him. Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her. I have this thirst for blood.
К дому подойдет, в принципе. О, лава. А как дальше пройти?
Sorry, sir. No admittance. Stay away! Alright, get them weapons ready! We found one! Burn it, boys! Die, leech! Shit! Best turn around if I were you. There's more and more of these bloody leeches. Ah, let's be off home. Sir! It's me! Right now!
Ain't safe here for a gentleman. When did you join the guard?
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
problems. As long as you have the money.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems. As long as you have the money.
It's locked.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to. I will return later. I cannot enter.
There's no one in.
When science fails you.
It's locked.
Its effectiveness has been proven by many.
Good evening, my dear colleague.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
Strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
It's locked. I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Take a look. Don't be afraid. Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Right then. Show me what you have. Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Can I offer you my medical expertise, Mr. Peterson?
The name is Colossus Joe. I don't get sick.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed, or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
Many people must deal with poverty, but not all choose to sell their bodies. That was your decision.
And when exactly was the last time you looked for a job? Or worried about the rent, or what, or when you were going to eat?
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can. Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind, Mr. Reed?
Do you need any assistance, Miss Popper?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can. It's locked. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly. You don't seem to need my medical attention for now. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Very well. Goodbye, then. Hello again, miss.
Very well. Goodbye, then.
Pay me a bottle, and I'll...
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Purification by fire has proved useful, but where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings? The corpses? Worse?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool?
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
I am. But the answers I seek are based on facts, not superstition. I have heard enough for tonight.
Я жив. Ты лох.
Want some of this?
Барабан.